Hi guys, this is Sandra Sieb, co-founder of Leadership Partners and the founder of the Self-Awareness Project. I'm talking to you today from Pushkar in Rajasthan in India. And the awareness moment of the week is around the stories we tell ourselves. We tell ourselves stories all the time about who we are, what we believe in, what we think we can do, what we can't do. There's nothing wrong with telling ourselves stories. The only problem is that if you don't know the stories and where they come from, you just end up being the puppet in someone else's script. So my encouragement is really to learn to observe your stories so that you have a chance to decide, are they stories that I really want to repeat, or do I want to possibly challenge them? And then sometimes it's not even our stories. A lot of our stories are written by our family of origin stuff, our parents, what they believe in. And again, nothing wrong, but it's not because it worked for your parents that it has to work for you. So all I'm suggesting is to learn to observe the stories you tell yourself, as always, in a non-judgmental way, just being curious so that you have a chance to realize whether you want to continue to repeat that story or you want to change the script. And I'll give you an example of a story that I discovered this week. As I said, I'm in India, and this is my first trip on my own here. And I never thought I would come here on my own because I always had the story that India was a scary country, that as a woman it was not safe to travel. And then by a bit of luck with someone coming here and doing a yoga retreat, which I thought, I can probably do that. I came here, I had a couple days before, a couple days after, and I'm discovering myself as a traveler that's very independent, very comfortable being on her own, not afraid at all, very comfortable in the country, and India being a lovely country that's really worth coming to and discovering. So I'm really glad I took a chance on my story, and I'm discovering a new narrative that is much more empowering and liberating, because that's really the thing with our stories. Sometimes they're constraining us, and I'm all for being able to be free from our conditioning and our stories of origin. So that's all I wanted to say is this week spend some time observing yourself in action, and check some of the stories you tell yourself and make a note of them, and just challenge them. I'm not saying you have to come to India, but what is a safe to fail experiment you can do to challenge the story you have about yourself? The first step is really noticing the story you have, because as I always say, you can't change what you can't see. So happy observing, and I'll speak with you soon.